Hello and good noon. It's like right at noon. Let me turn on my Thanks Believers group so I can see if I'm by myself. I am so excited to be here. I am Cheryl Thanks, coming to you from the lab in Mo City, Texas. So excited. We're going to be talking about interviewing, team building, and some strategies for conducting your interview. Let me cut the music off. We're jamming. We're getting in the mood. Okay, let me turn the music off so I can be serious and professional. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. And some of you will be getting, I know most people are at work right now. Who am I kidding? And I'm going to be sending the link to you if you are in my group. And if you're not, please just let me know you're here and say hello. If you watch it on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Please subscribe, like, and share this video and turn on your notification bell so that when I do something, you get a notification. Okay, so I am going to be talking about interviewing, but in Mary Kay, we call it interviewing because we're getting inside of a person's heart and mind to see how we can fill that kind of need that she might have. And one thing I want to tell you is that if you don't have any team members, it's just probably because you're not asking enough people. We're just not working the numbers. And that was always Mary Kay's response. You're just not talking to enough people. So I would like for you to think and get in your head what your goal is. Is your goal just to get to that first level? That's the only place you can see being a senior consultant. Or maybe you already have one or two or you don't, but you say, I want 3 people on my team to get in that red jacket. Or perhaps you want to go into CARA qualifications, become a director, court of sharing, whatever it may be. I encourage you to set a goal for the next 30 days as far as how many people you'd like to share the opportunity with, and then your strategy. Do you want to share it with people you don't know? Would you like to share it with people you do know? And then come up with a script with your director on how to word it so that you can put it together. I do recommend you having a schedule as far as when you're going to be making the calls to do these interviews and the time slots for when you're actually going to do the interviews. Are you going to have the interviews online? Are you going to meet in person? Will you be alone? Will you be with your director? How are you going to do it? And then once you figure out, okay, this is the deal. I would like to be a red jacket in the next 30 days. So if one person out of 5 signs their agreement to start the company and you need 3, that means 15 people listening to the business information over the next 30 days. And I would encourage you to put on the gas for the next few days since the new starter kit discount is going through October 31st. So what if you set a goal for 10, 15 interviews before the end of the month? So you could have a script that's something like this. Hey, Mary, I am so excited. I've decided to work on building my confidence in my Mary Kay business. So I'm reaching out to people in my warm market who I know love and support me to go over the Mary Kay business information because I know you'll give me your honest opinion. Will you help me in building me? I mean, something like that. Or you could talk to strangers and say, I know you don't know me, but, and these are people you can get on Facebook, out and about, things like that. Just come up with a script and use them to book. Make a schedule, Like, when am I going to be making these calls or reach out? When am I going to actually be doing these appointments? Will it be online? Will it be in person? And then get a pen because I'm going to give you like some steps to follow as you're doing this interview. Of course, you want to get all of her information, her address, the texting phone number, work phone number, email, best time to call. Always the best time to call, because when you get that, it's like, hey, I'm calling you. It's noon. You said this was the best time to call. Always kind of restating what she said. You said this was the best time to call. So here I am. There you go. So step one, our agenda and you. This is what you're going to tell her. Okay, number one, I'll ask you to tell me a little bit about you so I can get to know you better. Number two, I'll tell you a little bit about me and my Mary Kay journey, my Mary Kay story. Number three, I'll answer any questions. I'll answer any questions you have and share some facts about our career information. And number four, at the end, I'll ask you if you'd like to work with me. There's no obligation, of course. I get to choose who I work with. So I only ask women I like and think would be a great asset to Mary Kay. And I know you're someone I value, whether as a new team member or a happy customer. So listen with an open heart and mind and shake your head and smile. And you will notice when you shake your head and smile, they're going to kind of be in a trance and they're going to smile and shake their heads too. I got that from David Cooper. SNAQ, smile, nod, and ask question. SNAQ, snack, right? So ask her, tell me a little bit about you. That's a question. Let her talk. What do you like best about your current job or situation? And listen to hear and understand, not to decide what you're going to say back. Just really pay attention. What would you change if you could about your current situation or job? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now based on your current goals and dreams? These are questions because you really want to get to know her heart. If you could create the perfect career for you, what three things would be most important? Are you a person that sees a cup half full or half empty? At this point in your life, what do you feel you need most? So ask her all of these questions and see how she responds. And listen to understand. Put yourself in her shoes. If you were her, feeling like she's feeling, giving you the answers that she gave you, what would you need to hear from me as a Mary Kay beauty consultant trying to get her on your team? Okay, so also another acronym that I use to interview or talk to people is FORD, FORD. Tell me about your family. That's the F. The O, your occupation. What do you do? What do you love about it? What would you change if you could? The R, what do you do for fun? Recreation. The R is for recreation. What do you do for fun? And then the D, what do you dream about? Where do you see yourself in the next year, 5 years, 10 years? Just to really get into her guts and get to know her, right? And then you can say something like, regarding your current job that you do you consider it to be a career of a lifetime or just right now? Okay. And then next, have flexibility in your schedule. Do you have flexibility in your schedule to take time off whenever you desire? Yes or no? And you can check yes or no. And you should be writing notes. This is like a real interview, like you're talking to her. She knows you're working on building your confidence in your team. So honestly, do you honestly feel you're paid what you're worth? Yes or no? Do you have control over your career advancement? Yes or no? Okay, and then here's another question. In a working environment, which would be your preference? To be a part of the team or to lead the team? You can find out a lot about people, and there's no right or wrong answers. God made everybody to be different and do different gifts. For instance, I am an out in the front person, but I'm not great. I don't enjoy details. My best friend does not enjoy being out in front, but she loves getting things done the way they should be done and paying attention to details. Different gifts, not one better than the other. One's more suited to that person than the other. Okay, so that's going to tell you a lot about her. And then step two, me. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and why I love what I do. Taking in consideration all of the things she said, you want to incorporate the main things in your story that might appeal to her, right? Um, so, for instance, maybe one of the things she would change is that she would like to spend more time with her children. She's working so much, and the hours are crazy. So I can share with her that that's the reason I even started my business. So I'm able to raise and be present for my kids, and then tell her what that looks like for me and running my own business, and how she might be able to stick it into the cracks and crevices of her life, so that she could build it to where eventually she could get rid of the job if that's something she wants to do. So, step two, me. So, step one, you're sharing the agenda, what you're about to do, and you're learning about her. Step two, I'm talking about me and why I love Mary Kay, what I do. Step three, business information, facts. If I only had 5 minutes to share some facts with you about our Mary Kay career, what would you want to know? What are you curious about? When you ask a question, it's so important that you stop talking. Let her think and answer. Just like there was a little weird silence and you thought I was frozen a minute ago, it might be a little weird, but let her think, let her answer, let her know that you're listening and you're not just talking to fill space, okay? Now, once you do that, here are some questions or some things that you can share with her about what we're looking for. There's 6 qualities of a successful Mary Kay consultant. Tell me which one you think might apply to you. 6 qualities. First, they're busy people. Are you a busy person? One reason is because you know how to prioritize and you're an excellent time manager because you have to be. That's what makes a great consultant. The second reason, you're around lots of different people all the time. So you have many different networks and will be making sales on the go throughout your busy life. After all, everyone has skin. Okay, that's the first quality. Second, some people, a successful consultant might have more month than money. Could you use some extra money to pay the bills? Does that apply to you? Okay. Thirdly, they're not the sales type, meaning you're not a pushy salesperson. Instead, you'll be informative and come from an educational standpoint. Pushy salespeople are not successful in Mary Kay because our business is about building relationships. So that was the third one. I mean, the third one, yes. And the next one, the fourth one, they don't want to build their business just around family and friends. Remember, these are 6 qualities of a successful Mary Kay consultant. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is they don't want to build their business around family and friends, meaning you would want to learn through training how to meet new people, build a business outside of the current people you know. It's amazing to me that when people start Mary Kay, they think, I don't know anybody. If you were to open any business anywhere, you would not count on people you know to make it successful. People you know want to know what's free and what's the discount. Okay, we're going to teach you the words to say, and we're going to teach you how to build your network. You don't even know yet, right? The next thing, they're family oriented. You're motivated by the needs of your family, and don't use your family as an excuse not to do something, but instead as a reason to build something or to do something. You want to present a good example for your children. And I'm going to tell you, that has happened to me. My daughter said, and she's a grown woman now, and just recently she said, "You inspire me. I want to be around my kids and at all of their events growing up, just like you were for me. And you inspire me to do something that will allow me to raise my own children." She told me that. It's what's caught, not what's taught, that's important. So as you build, as you go through, as you learn, build your confidence, you're going to teach them so much that school will never be able to teach them or never teach them. Okay, the next one. The next quality of a successful Mary Kay consultant. The last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are decision makers. You realize there's never a perfect time to begin something new because you never really know unless you try. And sitting on the fence of indecision is a bit uncomfortable, sitting on the fence. So you make the decision to give it a try. This month, it's only a $25 decision. And after this month, it's a $35 decision. So either way, ah, we would spend that on a pizza, couple of pizzas. So why not give yourself an opportunity? Now, after you go through all of that, consultants, you want to know on a scale of 1 to 10, based on what you know so far, what's your current interest level in our Mary Kay business opportunity? 1 through 10. 1 means never in a million years if I was starving on the street, I would consider it. 10 means sounds kind of cool. I think I want to give it a try. And you can't say 5 because that's sitting on the fence. It's wimpy. You got to lean one way or another. So, what appeals to you that makes you say that number? Whenever they give you the number, what appeals to you that makes you say that number? So, if it's more than a 1, something got her more than a 1. So, what is that? What holds you back from saying a higher number? And when she gives you the objection, maybe she'll say something like, "I'm so busy, I don't even know." You can overcome that and ask, okay, if you weren't busy, if that was an issue, if you weren't that busy, would anything else hold you back? And then she might say, "Well, I have a little baby." Okay, so if that wasn't an issue, would anything else hold you back? And the third, which is usually the real objection, you can talk to her about it. Okay? So, questions to help you to make a thoughtful decision. If you don't become a consultant, where do you see yourself a year from now? 5 years from now? If you were to become a consultant, what would be improved a year from now, of 5 years from now? What could possibly improve? What qualities do you have that would make you shine as a consultant? What about you do you feel would make you shine as a consultant? What are the 2 most important reasons for you to become a consultant today? If you were going to do it, what reasons would there be for you to get involved in this, building your company or building your business? It sounds like you make an excellent consultant because blank. So tell her why based on what she said and what she shared. Why don't you give us a try? Is there any reason we couldn't get you started today? And that's another awkward pause. Is there any reason we couldn't get you started today? And see what she says, right? If she says, yes, sign her up, grab your mobile, your computer, send her the link so that she can sign up, right? If she says no, thank her and tell her how much you're going to love having her as your customer and how she will love having you as her personal beauty consultant, and talk to her about being a talent scout, referring people who might join the business. And I want to say, be sure to take samples with you, because if she's not on the product or she hasn't tried the product, this is the time. You want to give her samples. And right now, immediately, if she doesn't sign up, book a Zoom. Even if she does sign up, it's a good idea. Book a Zoom so you can go through the product and she can try at least the Ultimate Miracle set, which includes the Time-Wise set, basic skincare, and the microdermabrasion, and you can throw in the eye cream sample. Okay, I recommend you do that, right? Always be thinking the next step. It took me a minute to get that as a consultant. Okay, we've done this. Now what's next? You know, is this Saturday? Oh, invite her to the Monday night meeting, or you know what I mean? Or can my director call you? You know, I'm getting graded on this. My director might follow up. Is that okay? You know what I mean? So the next, always be thinking the next thing. If she's on the fence, invite her to come to the local next event to be a fly on the wall. Just come and be a fly on the wall and see what we do, whether it's Zoom or in person. She can see how we get our training. We don't do anything. You can see if you don't do anything special like guests, that's fine. She, you know, like facials or anything for guests at your meetings, that's fine. She can just see what it would be like, right? And if it's an in-person meeting that you have, pick her up, take her with you, and go to meet your director and get those Mary Kay molecules on her. Oh my gosh, isn't it the most exciting and positive place to be? So I hope you took really great notes and I hope you worked the number. Remember, interviewing 5 people, you're going to get 1 team member. 15, you're going to be in that red jacket. And I'm going to tell you, if you interview 10 people and nobody signs up, it's okay. They're going to come all at once. Don't lose the faith. Your time is coming. Let me close with this. On Silver Wings, Mary Kay's favorite poem. Remember, we got this last month? I have a premonition that soars on silver wings. It's a dream of your accomplishments, of many wondrous things. I do not know beneath which sky or where you'll challenge fate. I only know it will be high. It will be high, and I only know it will be great. With all that being said, go forth and multiply. You got this. You can do it. Love you.